How's everybody doing this morning? Well, it's not morning here. It's 12:08. So, I'm sure everybody knows by now, so I'm not breaking any news. I don't plan on it. I feel obligated to add my commentary to what's going on. Today is January 2nd, and yesterday, January 1st, we had a mass casualty event in New Orleans on Bourbon Street. And the reports I'm seeing, they seem to have settled at 15 now. That 15 people are dead. Guy drove a truck through a crowd and then jumped out and started shooting people, and the police shot him. And he was, I guess, ex-United States military, the Army. And then there was an explosion in Las Vegas where they used a Cybertruck, which, I'm kind of okay with the Cybertruck getting blown up. They're kind of the ugliest things on the road. But anyway, that's my opinion. But it didn't do a whole lot of damage just because that truck is built heavy. The only person that died in that was a person in the cab of the truck. Now, they've identified that person as another ex-military guy, supposedly special forces. And both trucks, what I'm hearing, were rented through the same organization, and I assume online. I think that's a pretty safe assumption. I can't remember the name of it. It's out there. And that was just the first day of this new year, 2025. It's a little disconcerting for me. Right now my family's in Georgia. My immediate family, Rhonda, and number one farmhand, and the other three kids. And tomorrow or the next day they'll be headed back and driving. And the farmhand and two of the kids will come back with Rhonda. The other one lives down there. They went down to see him and our grandbaby, little Miss Scout. So I made sure I contacted him last night and told him to be paying attention, be aware. Plus, we got weather coming in. I guess Sunday. I don't know whether it's going to be Saturday night, Sunday morning, or Sunday into Monday. I'm a little confused on that right now. We're supposed to get some ice. So, yeah. But anyway, back to what's going on. And then I see that, I believe it was last night, and I can't find any information, and I don't know. I've seen different things, and they're not making sense to me. But there was a shooting in New York City, and there was 11 people dead. And I cannot substantiate that. I probably shouldn't have mentioned it. But also, and I'm not sure that I've got all the information right. I know that the report said thousands of Hamas protesters blocking off a part of New York City, a street or a block, something like that. Not a huge part, but just a bunch. you know, chanting all kinds of things. And then I saw a video from Austin, Texas, where the same thing was going. That one, I'm not sure when it was. I don't know if it was New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, or what, or if it was some old footage. I don't know on that one. And then I saw footage from a very similar protest in Toronto, Canada. And these people are saying some pretty nasty things, and you know, I don't know what to think. I know what I tend to think is, you know, I ask myself, is this the big shit hits the fan thing that we've been told to expect? I don't know. I wish I had something I could sit here and say, yep, this is what's going to happen, but I can't do that. It just, you know, the only thing I can say is pay attention, you know, maintain as low a profile as you can, and keep your powder dry. Just be ready, be prepared. I'm not too concerned about myself where I live. I'm out in the sticks outside of a tiny town that is dying. It's just slowly dying. So I'm not too worried about a terrorist attack here. I worry about other places, bigger cities. And then you have the thing, I don't know if you saw where this 20, I believe he was 20 years old, just ran up behind this guy in New York in the subway and just knocked this guy off the platform in front of an oncoming train. Just, it was intentional. It was obvious it was intentional. You know, and it just, why do people do that? I don't understand. You know, there was a time in my life when I wasn't such a nice person as I am today. Not saying I'm probably that nice person now, but I never thought to just do some stranger harm like that. Never crossed my mind to just some random stranger just go try to kill him. And that's what this guy did. He should be charged and convicted of attempted murder, because that's what he did. You know, it's in my mind, seeing what happened, it's a miracle this guy survived. And with all this stuff going on in the world, it's like, what possesses people? And I'm sure that a new president isn't going to solve this. There's got to be a lot of cultural changes. And I really don't. I know the answers, but I don't know how to get people to sign up for them. You know, if we could get everybody following Jesus, that would probably do the trick. But people don't want to. And, you know, how do you speak to people? You can't help people that don't want to be helped. I mean, and that's part of our problem. We got a whole bunch of society in many different ways that need help, but they don't want the kind of help that they really need. And I mean, you know, yeah, I mentioned if everybody would follow Jesus, the world would be great. And I mean truly follow Jesus. I mean, I'll have a conversation with you about what that means to me. But I know there's been a lot of evil stuff committed in the name of religion. And that's not what I'm talking about, not that kind of stuff. I'm talking about, you know, the really love your neighbor, or at least be nice to your neighbor. If you can't love them, just be nice to them. If you don't like people, stay away from them. I mean, that's kind of how I do it. I don't care to be around a lot of people that's It's something I've discovered just recently. I've always known I didn't care for big crowds. When I was younger, I was always in the crowds, and because I thought that's what we were supposed to do. I wanted to be like everybody else. But I've slowly discovered, no, they don't want me there, and I don't want to be there, so I don't need to be there. Or it may not be that they don't want me there, but they don't care whether I'm there or not. They're not going to miss me. So I'm not interested in crowds anymore, whether it be concerts or whatever else. Now, there's probably a few concerts I might go to if I got the opportunity, but that's pretty limited. Anyway, just I don't know how to get through to people. Just all you got to do is tolerate each other. And it seems to me the people that have preached tolerance the most are the ones that are least tolerant now. I guess it's because, because they thought they were right. If you're truly promoting tolerance, then you are right. Most of these people aren't promoting tolerance. They're promoting do it my way. My way is the only way that's right. And I'm sure that that's one of these, that's the, I'm struggling for words. But that's the ideal behind the New Orleans incident. Is my way, the way I believe is the only way to believe. So, what do you do? I don't know. And the problem is these people, you have to put yourself in the other person's mindset sometimes to figure them out. You can't think through your own prism of beliefs and life experiences, because we don't all think the same, we don't believe the same, we all haven't lived the same life. I see a lot of people out there preaching on Facebook about, this is the way it's got to be, that's the way it's got to be done, and I'm right and everybody else is wrong, and that's wrong. I know it. I know that I'm not right all the time. So how can anybody else be right all the time? Not that I'm any smarter than anybody else. I'm just, Mr. Joe Average pig farmer out here on YouTube spouting off, and probably won't many people watch this. I'm 13 minutes in and probably everybody's done by now, and also there's a connection between these two incidents in New Orleans and Las Vegas. And I don't know if there's anything to it or not, but the guy in New Orleans, who ex-military, was stationed in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. The Las Vegas bomber, who they're saying was the bomber, it's the body they found in the truck, the only body they found in the truck. So they're assuming at this point that that's the bomber. He was also stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. It's something else now. I can't remember, but I probably would have remembered if it had been put in the articles I read that way. But it's kind of odd. And then there's this Roos guy, the one that was hiding in the bushes at Trump's golf course in Florida, that they arrested, 2 or 3 months ago maybe. He had visited there. The claim is, and it's a claim, so nobody has verified that, But anyway, the claim is that he had visited that military base over 100 times trying to recruit people to go fight in Afghanistan. Or not Afghanistan, I'm sorry, in the Ukraine. Ukraine. He was trying to recruit people to go to Ukraine and fight. So, I don't know. It may just be one of those coincidences. And it may just be, there may be something there. I don't know. I don't have that information. I watched a press conference earlier. I believe it was the chief of police in New Orleans. And I was quite interesting. I don't know. It's just, the whole thing is a mess. So, that's all I know. Most anything else I'm going to say, like a lot of this video has been, is either rumor or my opinion. Most of it's been my opinion. Well, I don't know about most of the video I did. There are facts. The facts that they know who these guys are and that it happened. You know. So it remains to be seen. I was just on the internet looking just before I started this video to see if there was anything new, and I didn't see anything new. I have learned one thing. I'm going to start spending more time on X for news, because I got information from there quicker than I did on Facebook. Facebook is, my Facebook anyway, I don't know about everybody else's, is just filled with ads and suggestions for people that I have zero interest in. Anybody else seeing that? I mean, I have 2 Facebook pages. One is my personal page, which I'm not going to give out. If you know, you know. And the other one is the same, Howlin' Harry on the Prairie, just like this YouTube page. And on that page, they're all the time, oh, you might like so-and-so, and trying to push celebrities on me. And I got no use for the celebrities. I don't care about their opinion on politics. And my experience has been that they're not any smarter than I am. They just happen to get into an industry and get lucky to where, you know, they made a lot of money, became famous. I'd like to have a lot of money, but I don't want to be famous. I used to, but I don't anymore. And this YouTube thing, it's not about becoming famous. I guarantee it's not about the money, because I haven't made a dime off of it, not a penny. Sometimes it's about sharing my knowledge. Sometimes it's just about showing all the critters I got, because I know people like to see them. And sometimes it's an outlet for me. I can get on here and talk to this camera and put my opinions out there. There's a lot of videos I make y'all never see, because I get to thinking about, no, that's too much, or no, I don't want to put that out on here, you know. So a lot of them don't make it here. But anyway, if you've watched this far, I appreciate it. Like I said, let's look out for each other. Let's help each other. And don't forget to pray. Because I tell you what, if we were all following the teachings of Jesus, these things wouldn't be happening. And I mean everyone. I mean, you know, it can't be 1 or 2 of us, but that's a good start. Just go read what Jesus taught. So anyway, we'll catch y'all later.